Okay, more than ever, we realize how essential our healthcare workers are, and there's a local school helping shape the next generation. That's why Dr. John Langell is here. He's president of Northeast Ohio Medical University, and you hear about all these medical universities, and maybe a lot of people haven't heard of this one.
You know, David, I think that's the case. Northeast Ohio Medical University has been around for almost 50 years as one of Ohio's 14 public universities. We started off actually small, meant to address the workforce issues around primary care doctors, and we've expanded now to a full university with 3 colleges, incredible degree programs, and world-class research.
You know, I hear kids, they come out of school, my son's friends, and they say they want to go to medical school, but they have a hard time getting into medical school. Are they looking in the wrong place, or they don't qualify, or what are some of the problems with that?
You know, I think the real issue is that there are not enough slots for the number of people who want to go into medicine. And unfortunately, really top talented individuals aren't able to get in despite spectacular scores. And many times people look at this and say, why did this person get in and I didn't? And part of it's because we really work hard to balance the type of students we train to reflect the population that we're going to care for.
Yeah, so there's 7 big medical schools everyone know about. Now we're talking about your school, and sometimes those slots that are difficult to get into, they're available at your school, but maybe it's not somewhere else.
Well, it's highly competitive everywhere. We get nearly 6,000 applicants for this year. We're expanding to 175 slots. So your odds are pretty low. And when you add them up, only about 40% of all applicants are actually able to get into a medical school. Despite a significant workforce shortage, there's not enough doctors. We need to train more. So it's a difficult problem.
Yeah, so how does your school differ from some of the others?
So we're different in the fact that we are definitely a state school. We're funded and supported by the state of Ohio. And with that, we have a focus on bringing in students who are either Ohio residents or from out of state who want to come in and serve Ohio. In fact, the university's mantra is from Ohio and for Ohio.
So small university or large university, how would you describe yourself? And what's the advantage of what you are?
You know, I think you could look at us as a boutique. We like the Caltech model.
That's a good way, right?
That is a good way.
Yeah.
We're more like the Caltech model where you're really great, but you stay small and focused. So we've got about 1,000 students. They're divided up between a College of Medicine, a College of Pharmacy, and a graduate program that has master's and PhD students.
Yeah. So what percentage of your group that go to school there, do you think are people that they wanted to go to medical school when they first got out of college, it didn't quite work for them, you know, for one reason or another, and then the fire is relit and you find them and they find you?
Well, I couldn't give you an exact amount, but probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10%. We're seeing a lot more of this now. It's considered the non-traditional student, and some of them have been our exemplary students who've come out of the program.
Yeah.
For us, though, we have a focus on creating a diverse workforce to serve Ohio that's reflective of the state. So we do focus on those non-traditional students, and we have a laser focus on creating diversity within our colleges.
I saw a fantastic story on CBS Sunday Morning the other day about a man who thought he wanted to be a doctor, and then he didn't think he could, and became a great car mechanic. And then he started thinking about, man, I really want to go to medical school. He went to medical school, and he has this great giant career, and he's helping all kinds of people. You know about that story?
I do. That's Dr. Carl Allenby, and actually Carl was...
How about that?
He was one of our student trustees. He went on to become an emergency room doctor.
Yeah.
Just an incredible story and a talented man. We're really proud of him as a graduate.
You know, and I watched that story too. I thought, this guy is a treasure. I mean, everything that came out of his mouth was wonderful, and you just saw his compassion. And there's probably people out there right now, you don't have, if you're not happy with your job, you're a smart person and you'd like to do this, pursue it, right?
That's exactly what you should do. Pursue your dreams. And he's reflective of exactly who we want to train. This is a person who's from Ohio. This is a person who wants to serve the underserved population and really think about, how do I deliver care by thinking about the individual rather than just population-based health.
Northeast Ohio Medical University, and there you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.